Bible for that statement to be true. No good tree bears bad fruit. No bad tree bears good fruit. Each tree is recognized by its own fruit. Each tree. 45. A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart. And an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. So if you insult me, the problem is not with me, it's your problem. It's your problem. I say to my kids, somebody insults you, hey, you bloody this, you're so ugly, hey, what I say, no, don't fight. Say, uncle, you told me finally who I am, how I am, what I am. Thank you very much. Man, my mirror, my parents, my lovers, everybody, my teachers, they lied to me until you came and walk out. Drink a glass of water, come back and say, uncle, just in case I am not a monkey, I'd like you to get your head and your ears and your eyes tested, because you see monkeys where there are no monkeys. Now, admittedly, ladies and gentlemen, at the time when it comes out, it hurts. It hurts. We have a lot of people in prison today because they felt they were right. And what is manhood? I'm going ahead of myself again. Manhood is about that thing, the intelligence to defer your right to be right. The intelligence to defer your right to be right. The man who taught me how to drive taught me that, no, listen, Jerry, on the road, don't insist that you are right. Drive defensively. Otherwise, you'll be right at West Park Smith. Yes. And so, verse 44 goes from the tree and it says, each man is recognized by his own fruit. What fruit did you get from your dad, your uncle, all those men that you saw? I was talking to a young man who says, the only thing I learned as a Ntwana Kokasikore, I must aspire hobali kusheshe and kikibele eyaslahla and then kitole bareng ba grocery bareng ubele le stock. Ubele stock. You grow up, you have aspirations hobali stock. No, don't talk abuse. That's foreign language. So, I just want to address Taba Khanyane fela ya. Many of us have been bruised and hurt by the question of fathers. And so many of us are walking around, both men and women, we're walking around with daddy issues. Daddy issues. I found out who my father was at the age of 58. 58. And hey, katlaka sotlea man. Oh, orwaka mau. Kwena, dadel benye kya utla ororeng. I was not there when they made me. I was not there. Now, kahomu, my mother was married to Mofokeng. And so, all the products that come from a womb, get Mofokeng. However, this DNA, kya Makhetha. I had no choice in the matter. I am Makhetha, through and through. And then my mother tells me, as a little baby, she takes me to Slakaleng, Hololo, Tabuti. And when she gets Mabaleng, Mofokeng, Mnyokolo, the baby starts getting restless. And then the baby starts crying. Somebody says, me, Tula wena Mokwena, tula wena ngwana Makhetha, tu. That's not superstition. That child knows who they are. And I believe every right has a right to know who they are. They can decide what to do with it, but they have every right to know who they are. And so what are the things that sometimes come out because our fathers have hurt us? And sometimes ladies, because it's as though some wombs are more glorious than others. Apologies if I'm crude, but you know what I'm saying. And so we grow up with daddy issues. My dad is a playboy over there. Multiracial school, they're traveling overseas by the Cape Town. I'm struggling here. A man sold his house with the wife and kids in the house. Sold. And so, what are the issues? What are the symptoms of daddy issues? One, anger. There are men who are just simply angry. Now, it doesn't matter how right you are, how justified you are hurting yourself with your anger. You hurt your wife, you hurt your children, you hurt your work colleagues, everyone. It's known. Even you can see how don't touch your skit. That's a trademark. The problem is, wrong. They were not there when your father hurt you. Is it called projection? Psychologists? 2, a disrespect of leadership. Disrespect. You find men with the longest of the CVs, but very shallow. Anytime they realize they've been caught, there's going to be a disciplinary hearing, they resign. They resign. They're long CVs, but very shallow, with excellent degrees from all these wonderful places, because their mothers went to go to Bible Sebetsa, by nursing to give them the best opportunities in life. But no, they have the best technical skills, but nothing inside. No respect for leadership. 3, hatred of parents because of the scars that we carry in our lives. My wife was dealing with that this past Monday. A person, or now my parents were alcoholics, they were selfish, they were sick, they're sick. You're asking them, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of stresses that we have are self-induced. We have expectations of people with things that they have no capacity to give to us. No capacity. We expect an alcoholic to be reasonable, to be faithful, to keep to time, to keep a promise. They can't keep a promise. They can't keep a promise. 1, manhood is about being a man of your word. Your word is your contract. No, not when you're an alcoholic. Forget it. Not when you're governed by testosterone. No, forget it. Escapism through substances. And we have a lot of cripples. We have a lot of casualties. People on drugs, on alcohol, on this and that. People trying to escape the pain. Now, let me just suggest something, and then I must go away because I'm rushing to a birthday party. Muradoka is 40 today by his Jacob. When you drive a car, you have to have a 360 degrees view. 360 degrees view. You must go on, know what's going on in front, on the side, and behind you. The first thing that you have is the rear view mirror. The rear view mirror shows you what you've just passed, right? Yeah? What you've just passed. Everything keeps disappearing. everything keeps disappearing. If you saw a tree 2 minutes ago and that tree is still the same size, you must go to mental hospital. The problem is not the mirror, it's not the tree, it's yourself. That's the rear view mirror. Side view mirror tells you about the present. The present. Now, the nature, the roads, the everything, it is what it is. If there's a flood and you think your car is a boat and you get into it, you asked for it, it'll sweep you away. It'll sweep you away. That's where you are. You don't deny the present environment and reality. And then you have the windshield, the biggest one, the windshield. That tells you about the future. The future, where you're going. Very quickly. Makhetha, forgive the past. No. You're probably saying, forgive the past for your own sake. When you forgive, you are not rewarding the person you are forgiving. You're taking your power back to yourself. We're talking about wellness. What's keeping you awake at night? You're kept awake by that nonsense person, that rascal. You don't have a mind to be thinking about the things that Thabo was talking about here, about business ideas, about investments, about legacy. You got no time to be thinking about those things because you're busy with the bastard. You're writing speeches. You're writing your speech for the day Ashweleng. That is, you wish Ashwe would see you overseas so that you have an excuse. That person is occupying your mind. Release the chains of the past. Don't punish innocent people in your present life for the sins of people in your past. Your family was not there when your dad did that, when your ex-partner did that, when your own friend wanted to rape your partner. When all those people did those things, your family was not there. Don't punish them for the sins of those people. A lot of this abuse comes from here because of the scars that we have. Hatred, as some motivational speakers put it, is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. It doesn't work that way. It takes a man to defer your right to be right. I think it's Philippians 3:14. Somewhere, this one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind. Forgetting. Listen, you won't completely forget, but you train your mind. You maybe make a conscious choice to say, I will not allow this toxicity to continue to disturb me. Forgive the past. Someone says, my uncle raped me once. It's a man. My uncle raped me once, but I raped myself hundreds of times. Because I relived and relived and relived. You're a perpetual victim and you feel comfortable. And he says, I got my power back when I forgave him. And he says, Bra, Tate Mogolo, Uncle Angela Owens, get over it. Get over it. No, you can keep it if you like. But if you want to take your power back, get over it. Get your uncle, your dad, and all those toxic people, get them out of your rearview mirror. It's within your power to do that. Otherwise, today's event was just nice entertainment and good speeches. You're wasting our time. If you go back, the same person who came in here. The present. I'm just going to summarize it. Everyone that is an addict, they tell you, timer, Tate Cherry, no worry, I got this. They all say that. Every man who's cheating believes he'll never get caught. And more often than not, they accuse their wives of cheating because their own cheating. So what's the spider's web that's tying you around? Whether it's gambling, whether it's cheating, whether it's lying, whether it's alcohol, whether it's whatever it is, you are worth more than that. Don't live in denial. Hey, you want to stop drinking when you're 75, the liver is gone. You want to stop smoking when you're 75, the lungs are gone. Yeah, God has the power to save your life, the lungs are gone. Where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. If you know your worth and your value, there's nonsense that doesn't belong in your life. Nobody can tell you that. You tell yourself that. And by the way, gentlemen, anything for free is worth the price that you paid for it. And Baatla Bomakwapin and say, no strings attached. Apologies. There's nothing for free. The windshield shape the future. So, I ask people quite often in counseling, if you go on the way you are going, please describe the picture for me in the next 5 years. And don't Photoshop it. If you go on the way you are, you hate, you're angry, you all these things, because you believe you're right, where will you find yourself in the next 5 years? And what value do you attach to yourself? These men who think it's smart to have Bomakwapin, they come home when they have no shoes and they come back from a tuberculosis ward at the hospital. Because they mean nothing. And then my foot. Simply stated, ladies and gentlemen, the topic in wellness. Mele, pelo, lemoya. When all those things, those parts of you are in harmony, then you are well. But if one of them is not well, it's not just not well, it's out of adjustment. That's why doctors talk about psychosomatic diseases. Dr. Hope they are right. Hantle how cool mo mmeleng bothata ba hao bo ka hlong ka mo kapa maikutlong. Bothata ba hao bo mo. And sometimes your problem, like David, read Psalm 51 if you care. Read Psalm 51. David was feeling guilty because of the sin in his life. And you're feeling guilty because you know what you're doing. You know. You know what you're doing. What's keeping you awake at night? Please deal with it. Stop living in denial. Mr. Program Director, I'm going home. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jerry, for your insightful words. I think we start to see the vision of what a man is. I'm reminded to say, for us to find a way forward, we need to write down the vision. It must be clear, and so that whoever reads it can run with it. And I think with what you have shared, we can certainly run with it. It has defined the parameters in which we need to navigate this life, despite its challenges, despite the traumas we are overcoming. I'll take this moment to further show our gratitude and call on NOMSA. As we bid you farewell to your next engagement, we want you to accept our gift Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Mofokeng.
Hi. Kim Genandli.
Enkosi siyabulela tata.